Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Zero number 254P-GY PSA. This is a piece of weather stripping that's called a dust plug. And while you can use it anywhere where you need something that's self-adhesive and you wish to have a wide surface area with a reasonably substantial projection, a dust plug is where you install this piece of material at the bottom of the jamb, and they're generally 2 inches tall, but can be taller. And that area, if you notice, is an area where you will generally not have complete seal on the opening, because in your mind's eye, imagine a residential door really is where you're going to see this, where you have a residential threshold that will have an aluminum feature to the face of it, which is usually on like a 5% incline, a 5-degree incline. It'll have an inserted piece of seal here that the door may bump up against, or there's a top, aluminum or more commonly wood adjustable top, and then you will have a door sweep on the outside that will seal up against that. But your door may fall a little bit further below if you've got that bump up style, and the area between the jamb and the edge of the door down below where the door sweep can seal because it's held up higher to account for the threshold is like a small area where it can just, the elements can just race through. And really the time that you most appreciate how effective a dust plug can be is in an extreme temperature scenario, meaning it's 94 degrees outside and you've got your air conditioning set, and you can stand on the outside of the opening and put your hand over that area and you will feel the loss of your air-conditioned air come out, and obviously vice versa in the opposite climate. Sealing off that small little bottom area is really low-hanging fruit when it comes to properly sealing your door, is the bottom line. So people will order this dust plug to seal that off completely. It's listed in the site in lots of different lengths, and the lengths that are there are generally far longer than what you could possibly need. So you'll order the shortest piece, because a lot of manufacturers, when it's less than 2 foot long, it's the same price as a piece of 2 foot material. Now, the manufacturer has this material at 7/8 of an inch wide. That would be accurate. You know, the rigid back around the back is certainly going to be 7/8. They've got a projection at, in fact, they don't give a projection. 3/8 is what I understand it to be. And by the time, it's currently not listed in the extended description, but by the time you see this, it certainly will be. Okay, the 254P, let's take a look at that. I'm pulling it up in the catalog so that we can verify what the current data shows. And while I'm waiting for that document to load, it is listed in the site in lots of different lengths, meaning it's sold per foot, is what I'm trying to say. The shortest length we have listed is 12 inch. So if you're going to, what I had said earlier about a 2 foot piece being the same cost as a 1 foot piece, that does not apply to this. So you can order a 12 inch length. The material is listed, and it's actually not in the most updated product catalog, so I can't confirm dimensionally what they're saying the projection is in terms of a drawing. But my tape measure and my caliper, they certainly conspire to say that 3/8 would be appropriate. And generally, the projection of a piece of pile material is not going to include the rigid backer. So 3/8 of an inch total projection of the pile would be appropriate. But then when you include that rigid backer, you're going to be pushing 7/16 of an inch. Okay. Now you can order this in a epically long roll should you need. You might have an installation where you have an unusually large gap between a pair of doors. It's like 5/16. really too large. And a lot of other solutions are not attractive to you. You might say, you know what, I don't have any tools, I just need something simple and easy. You could probably use a piece of 254 and run that down the entire edge of the door so that you're sealing that material off. That might be an elegant solution or use for this. You might have 5 pairs of doors and you need 40 feet. The point of all this is that you would order of the 12-inch length, let's say, or for that matter, the 4-foot length. Order the proper footage, lineal footage you need. So if it's 4-foot pieces, order 10 of them and indicate in the comment field, ship this as a continuous roll of 40 feet in length, is the moral of the story. But it's a dust plug is really what it's called, and that's where it's going to be primarily used, down at the bottom of that jamb so you can seal that material off. Lots of manufacturers manufacture dust plugs. Many of them are far shorter in projection than the zero material. I find that a little thicker material like this may be a bit too thick for that sort of typical application, and in fact I know that it would be. So be mindful of the margin between the door. If you've got 1/8 of an inch and you really shouldn't have any more than that, you're going to be forcing this piece to close over it. Now, on the hinge side, probably wouldn't matter so much because all you're going to be doing is significantly compressing this. But I think it's a bit too great of a projection to use for that scenario at the bottom of the jamb, and I would be a bit more cautious in terms of where ultimately I would end up using this because of that significant projection. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Zero products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Zero, they're part number 254P-GY, and by the way, the GY stands for gray, and the PSA stands for pressure-sensitive adhesive, so that's got a peel-away paper back, which is how you'll put that on. And if you have more than an occasional need for weather stripping, by all means, familiarize yourself with the Zero product line because they have unique solutions that, frankly, no other weather stripping manufacturer has. Thank you very much.